Hello there, Man United. When I say that I am sorry for the things I've done, and I'll try to be stronger. In this bench I chose, but I want you to know it's 'cause the transfer window's closed. Man United, I'm sorry, 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 sorry. Eric Ten Hag, I'm sorry, 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 sorry. Anthony Elang, I'm sorry, 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 sorry. Captain Maguire, I'm sorry, 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 sorry. I mean, how else do you think the apology went down? Like, for real? It's the football power. Ow, I'm sorry, sorry, sorry. Oh, big shout out to Eric Ten Hag, first of all, for making, and the Manchester United squad for making a draw at Stamford Bridge. That's what that air horn goes. That's who those flowers go out to. So before that, before going to the Ronaldo situation, we obviously gotta talk about the grades, because um it wouldn't be right if we don't grade our kids. You know what I'm saying? So first of all, the game itself was very. It was more or less kind of even, but obviously Manchester United had a little bit of an edge tactically from the lineup. Ten Hag beat Graham Flopper. Ten Hag beat Graham Potter pretty much tactically, but from the lineup and the formation and the instructions, and that's why he had to make that 35th minute substitution. And you know, and then all the rest of the game, it was Graham Potter playing tactical catch up with Ten Hag, and the game itself shifted after Kovacic came in around the 35th minute, right? And Chelsea started having a few more chances. I think they had about three half chances, right before the half. And then when we came back from the half, they were slow to build our momentum again until the moment, the very significant moment that was not a penalty. But it's okay. The referee got to chow that London Cowboys money, so we gonna let the referee slide and enjoy his money, and the VAR team, because first of all, how that is a penalty, and then let's hold on real quick. Let me see if I can share screen real quick and be like, look at this nonsense. Realist United in the building. Big up to you. No, that was just like Realist. That was just like an exclusive of what happened in Carrington today when Ronaldo was apologizing to the Manchester United squad players and the rest of the staff and everybody that supports. That's pretty much what happened. So anyway, so we're talking right now about how that game was really belonged to Manchester United. I mean, they should have won the game, but if it wasn't for that the referee robbing us, I was gonna show a little thing that happened a couple of years ago. If we can allow something like this to be not given as a penalty, this is the chokehold by our captain Harry Maguire on Aspilicueta, and this happened when I think like 2020, October 2020. Look at that, and this was not a penalty. How is a little hug, going to be a penalty? I mean, this is compared to like all kinds of all kinds of things. This is This is apparently Harry Maguire defending corners. Boom. Anyway, it's not about Maguire. I was just trying to shed light to to be like, yo, that was not a penalty, but whatever. That incident aside, the team, one really strong positive to draw was that the team built in terms of mentality. We took a step further in terms of developing a team mentality of never giving up, because the game was already difficult to deal with. And the team was like, oh man, they didn't fold. They didn't put their heads down and then just cry, you know? And that has to be commended. And it's going to be some important fuel for later on in the season. I promise you, we have something now that Arsenal does not have in terms of team mentality. But, you know, it's not about Arsenal right now. Yo, big shout out to Nottingham Forest. There's a rare shout out also to Dean Henderson. Keeping Van Dijk out the score sheet. That was good. That was good, my boy. You're going to work your way into the good books, into my good books, if you keep playing like that, especially versus Liverpool and all the other rivals. Because, yes. I mean, I called it a while ago. I don't like to say, yeah, I called it, but I called it. That, like, the cracks were beginning to show, and that 1-0 versus Manchester City, and then the 1-0 versus West Ham was just a little papering over the cracks, because the cracks are beginning to really, really show. And I feel like the players are experiencing tactical fatigue. One thing is something has to change, and two things can change: either the player or the managers. I mean, the manager or the players. So you know, the owners are not going to change anytime soon. So anyway, that's Liverpool aside. So we're coming back to how this game, pretty much our boys, this is how the lineup was not much different from the previous game. I think Fred, this is the grade from the last game, by the way. So Fred was replaced by Fred had an amazing game, by the way. So it was a very bold decision. I mean, amazing game versus Spurs. So it was a very bold decision by Ten Hag to be like, yo, Fred, you're going to have to sit out for Eriksen right now. So Eriksen replaced Fred. And pretty much, and the rest of the lineup was the same. So I'll be really quick with it. So De Gea, like, he gets a marginal A minus. You know, we don't get. It's like it really should be a B. But the fact that he didn't have any dismal distribution errors, he didn't give away a goal. You know, I guess he'll get an A. He didn't have a clean sheet, so it should be a B, really. It should be a B. But we're going to just, like, say, all right, we'll leave it as an A. Dalot. So Dalot was funny. He was there defensively, but not contributing offensively that much. Like, I mean, he had a few progressive passes, but really, we need to see an assist. We need to see a shot at goal. So Dalot gets a B. Funny, Dalot. I feel like he must be tired. I feel like Dalot must be experiencing some kind of. Let's see if I can find. Oh my goodness, real quick. This might be. Hold on. I should have found this earlier before coming on the stream, but it's an interesting little GIF, real quick. That hold on. Oh man, you might find it interesting. Hold on. So I want to. It captures everything you want to. So this is the highlight of, ladies and gentlemen. This is Diego Dalot and Erik ten Hag. Look at this. Look at this footage right here. My goodness. Look at this. This is Yo, Godalo, wake up. We need you. We're playing Brentford. We're playing Brighton. Diego Dallo, we need you. We're playing Arsenal. Diego, we need you. We're playing Liverpool. Diego, we need you. We're playing Ammonia. Diego, we need you. We're going to Ammonia. Diego, we need you. We're hosting Sharif. Diego, we need you. We're playing. Come on, man. Come on. Diego Dallo is approaching the red zone. Diego Dallo is about to crash. What are we gonna do? Play Victor on the right, and then Maguire now is gonna have to come in automatically. Diego, I know why you're getting the B. It's because you're tired, but it's a B because you were there defensively. You were there, sound. That chance, Aubameyang could have gotten a goal, but you were there to just nick it. Last ditch clearance, you know. So you get a B plus. Martinez. Hey, excelente, hermano. Muy excelente. Varane. Oh, man. Speedy recovery, bro. But while you were there, très bien. Bien fait. A plus. Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw is the only one I think we might have to change his grade at the back on the back four and say it's not a B because you had that decisive cross. I got us there. You have the assist pretty much. I mean, it has to be an A, which is why we need defensive contribution and offensive contribution from the fullbacks in my grading for you to get an A. Like it has to be something special, and Luke Shaw produced something magnificent. And it's funny that moment. Dallo, I think, is the one that threw the ball in. And then it ricocheted a couple of times. I think maybe it went to Anthony. He flicked it over to Elanga. And I was like, Elanga, he had a bicycle kick. Because Elanga did like some kind of weird like touch. And, you know, I mean, he was trying to do his thing in the box. But like there was no hope. Nothing. It was a hopeless attempt to the ball. And that ball went over to Fred. And Fred gave it to Luke. And Luke did the right thing. He did the right thing and sent that ball. We need to see more crosses from that, especially from deep like that when Ronaldo is playing, Luke. Eriksen, oh, man. You're just still tired, buddy. You need to drink Dallo's water because Eriksen, you get a B minus. You will definitely are not up to speed. It's an uncomfortable conversation because you've been a very excellent player up until now, up until you've been burnt out. I'm sure you've been surprised by the amount of games you've been playing. So that is why I'm just going to give you a B, but really it was a below par performance. You didn't make any dismal mistakes, but you still were not there. Bruno is the person that we have to say your grade stays as an A, my friend. It stays an A because you created a chance for Rashford, a one-on-one chance for Rashford. Rashford buried a chance, man. Oh, yo, big up. South London in the house. South London in the house. What's up, Spursy? Mikel Arteta, long time, my friend. Yo, we're right here talking about how Bruno was just the right guy, being efficient. He was not being playing Boko Haram. Yo, Conte Haram football. What is going on? Antonio Conte is Mourinho 2.0, and man, Antonio Conte. Oh man, you need to get it together, man. You need to switch it up. Anyway, no more Bruno Haram. I think for now, it seems like there's no more Bruno Haram. So he gets that A. So back to Eriksen. We wrapped up your grade. Casemiro? Okay. Defensively, you were there, my friend. Offensively, you got us the decisive header. That is why it has to be an A+. You're the man of the moment. Oh, I love how you shut down Sterling, shut down the channel. Mason Mount was pretty much in your pocket. And that's why the defense that's why De Gea was not tested a lot, because of Casemiro and how he protected that back line. And man, Love you, love you, love you, love you for that. What's his name? Anthony. I think you need to have a goal or an assist for you to get an A, my friend. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry, but it's a very high B though. It's a very high B because you know, yeah, you were there. You were there. You attracted players. You cooked Kukurea. You cooked Kukurea. Matter of fact, Anthony, I love you. You know what? You put Kukurea on a saucepan. Yo, Kukurea was on a saucepan. Let's look at the second last time real quick. Let's take little diversions to the second last time Anthony and Kukurea met. Look at that. Woo, boy. Oh, boy. Cuckoo, left or right? Where we going? He's like, Anthony's like, we're going to the left and then we're going to the right. Yo, Kukurea's like, yo, where you at, brother? He looking for him in his hair. So anyway, big up to Anthony for cooking Kukurea. The reason why I like the roasting of Kukurea is because Kukurea's only goal last season was versus Manchester United. So I'm sorry, my guy. I have to say, go cut that hair. So otherwise, Anthony's going to keep hiding in it. You know what I'm saying? So, Anthony, it's a B. It's supposed to be an A, but it's a B. Rashford, oh, man. Rashford, you cannot get an A, my guy. You need to have a goal contribution and assist. It's a B minus, actually. You did not finish your dinner, my guy. Bruno was hired to get you the chances, and he got you a chance. A one-on-one. You're supposed to put it in between Kepa's legs. You get a B. Matter of fact, you've been underperforming lately. It's been like the last 4 games or 3 games, like about 7 chances where you have a moment to make a difference. And Rashford, you need to step up. You and Anthony, next game, you owe me goals. We got to see some goals. Now, Sancho... Woo-wee! Woo-wee! Sancho. The same way Ronaldo has been sent to go to the reflection corner by Ten Hag, you need to go on reflection, bro. You need to go reflect. The energy is not right, Sancho. How come you're going to be paid over $320K a week, and you can't make a 5-yard pass? Let's talk about that for a second. You can't make a 5-yard pass when you're not contested by anybody. No pressure on you. Jaden Sancho. Unclog your mind, Jaden. Give me 100K a week. I'll give you 350 ways to unclog your mind. Okay? I'll suggest there's something that's not right. Get a therapist, get people to get somebody to motivate you, because you need to be on. You're the only one that's looking out of shape, out of form. You're surprised. You're a spectator on the pitch. Like, what is going on? You're starting to get that Martial infection where your energy, your chakras are not aligned. Your manaka is not right, man. Yo, he can't. Arteta, yo, big up to you, my guy. Big up to you. Sancho cannot make a 5-yard pass. What is going on? What we overcooking on the right. Then from there, Sancho, look across the street. Look at the wingers. Look at the guys with the work visas across the street, across the pitch. Look at Anthony. Look at Dallo. Look at how they are working. You need to get your kit dirty. You need to sweat. 350, I think. That's how much I think he's getting. And he cannot unclog. I know money can't buy happiness, but it can unclog the mind. It can, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Come on. Okay. All right. So the grade cannot be a B. It cannot be a C, because a C, you need to decide if you're Pepe or if you're our Grealish or if you're gonna be a Mkhitaryan. You get a D plus. Okay? Now, Eric, I know it's a draw, but you're gonna get an A because Graham Flopper was playing tactical catch up. And these are the grades. These are the grades. All right. So now we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to the next thing real quick. Okay, so there is pretty much the Ronaldo in, Ronaldo out. Oh my goodness, that argument is so. He's on his second strike, right? According to Ten Hag. Ten Hag is like, hey, I gave Ronaldo a warning against Rayo Vallecano, and guess what? That was the first strike. Then he has his second strike versus when he refused to come in, right? Now he's on his third strike. He's on a 3-strike system, it seems. You know what I'm saying? Yo, yo, I'm serious about he needs Sancho be too clean. He need to be too clean. He need to learn from the immigrants. Learn from the immigrants, and you can do better. That's all. Like, I need you. We need some soldiers, man. We need like Chiesa in the wing, you know, guys that can fight and not just do link up play and you know, dribble. You know, Sancho is not even like, he doesn't have top speed. He has high acceleration because he can like gain a few yards and then, you know, just have an opportunity to make a decision with the ball. But that's a skill set that, like, you know, it's a bare minimum requirement, you know, for you to have as a Manchester United winger. We haven't had a good winger since like Beckham days. I know like Nani was there, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've had like Mkhitaryan, we've plugged in Mata in there, we've plugged in people that don't even belong in the wings. You know what I'm saying? We've plugged in Sanchez. And we haven't had a good winger in a minute. And Anthony is right here trying to show us what he can do. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he loses the ball. Sometimes he gets in a foot race that he doesn't need to. But you know, Jaden gonna piss me off. I hope Eric Ten Hag sends him to the reflection corner, and he reflects and gets his energy right. He aligns his chakras. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we're talking about Ronaldo in, Ronaldo out, I think. So anyway, so I was just trying to like, man, I forgot where I was at with it, but I feel like a good way to just segue into it is just kind of like say, look, let's preface this conversation with some dudes that were talking today on the radio today. Look at this real quick. Look at this. Look at this. Look at these. Look at these guys. Let's listen to what they got to say. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Over here.
He must have said something to placate Ronaldo to make him stay.
Right up to the press.
You can't ignore that.
Refuses to go on.
Jim, you cannot.
Ronaldo refuses to go on.
Cannot ignore.
And you're defending that.
You just cannot ignore Ronaldo's argument. There must have been something said to Ronaldo at the start of the season.
And that seems to be the general sentiment that, like, okay, there was something that was said to Ronaldo, and Ronaldo, you know, his demands were not met, or his wishes or his desires were not met, or something. You know, there was a communication breakdown. That's the general sentiment everywhere, because everybody's trying to understand why would somebody react in a way that is so outrageous, right? But let's go ahead and listen to this 20 seconds or so.
Refuse to go on.
No, that's wrong. I'm saying that's wrong, but there must be a reason for that. It must go back to the start of the season when Ronaldo has said, I want to leave. The manager says, I'm not selling you because I want you to stay here. But the next words are, why do you want me to stay here? What? It's a fact. Ronaldo doesn't need to be at Man United. You could just say, you know, 30 is not enough. Do you think, okay, in your argument then, has Ronaldo accepted the word from the manager that, well, I'm not going to play you, and you're just going to have to lump it. Is that what Den Hag said to Ronaldo?
But Graham, he is a player like the rest of the Martinez squad. He's trying to improve Manchester United.
But in 5 years' time,
is he bigger than
Den Hag will be away from United, and no one will talk about him at Man United.
Would you not behave like Ten Hag?
Hold it right there. Hold it right there. Where's my whistle? Where's my... Yo, heard that? Yo, Graham Souness, Graham Clueless. Oh my goodness. What did he? Hold on. This man just made the wildest proclamation on national radio.
Like the rest of the Martinez squad, he's trying to
He said,
Manchester United.
Listen, in 5 years' time,
is he bigger
Den
than
Hag will
Hag?
be away from United, and no one will talk about him at Man United.
Would you not behave like...
Nobody gonna be talking about Ten Hag in 5 years? Graham Clueless, let me tell you, my guy. I never didn't even have any respect for you, but come on now. If we're trying to like get into this Ronaldo in, Ronaldo out, because these guys are pretty much just responding to the Roy Keane and the Gary Neville debate that was on TV the day before yesterday. But now Graham Clueless gonna show how much of a I can't even find the right words. Yo, he said in 5 years. Ten Hag, Graham, let me tell you something, Graham. Graham out here smoking some. I need to know your dealer's number. Graham, I need to know. Yo, big up, Planet Mo in the house. Big up to you, Graham. We need to know. I need a gram of what you smoking, my guy. Cause like, wow, 5 years from now, matter of fact, in 3 years or less, Ten Hag gonna be begging that EPL title. That's for real. Like, what kind of clueless guy says that on national radio? Anyway, Graham Clueless, whatever. We'll brush him to the side. Let's really get to the bottom of this. I really want to know how you guys, Planet Mo, Spursy, I want y'all to chime in real quick. Where do you guys lie on this Ronaldo situation? I know you don't have to be a Ronaldo fan or a Man United fan to just like have an opinion in it. But it's really, really interesting because like, here's the thing. Everybody seems to kind of be like, all right, the way Ronaldo reacted was foolish. The way Ronaldo reacted was dumb. It disrespected the teamwork, team ethics. It's a team sport. Everybody agrees that. I don't think there's nobody out there that does not agree that. But that people fall on different ends of the spectrum, though. I'm seeing two schools of thoughts. I'm seeing like the Roy Keane, right? There's the CR7 in and CR7 out. We're gonna use the whiteboard today, okay? Right? So in this spectrum, there's the CR7 in people is the Roy Keane, the Keanists or Keanism. Okay, we want to talk Keanism real quick. Roy Keanists believe that Ronaldo has been captain the club. Why are you gonna give him Donny van de Beek minutes? 88th minute? Why? No, hell no. They're like, no, ain't no 88th minute for a CR700. You know, they're like, not only that, he's got the dough to pay the fine and get on with it. So they're very much on the Ronaldo end of the spectrum, right? So they're like 88th minute, whatever, mistake. Also they're like, whatever, shit happens. Right? They believe that shit. All right. So on the other end of the spectrum, we got the Gary Neville school of thought, right? Let's go, Neville. The Nevilleist. The Gary Neville school of thought are like, man, this shit gotta be done ASAP. This shit gotta be done ahora. Go in a week. They're like Ronaldo out. They like, yo, Gary Neville, he pretty much is like, he brought this analogy of like, yo, the life is like a hill. Why you spend your life, a lot of your time, in your younger years of your career, looking up to get to the top of the hill. Once you get to the top of the hill, it's your time to shine. Ronaldo's had his time over there, and now he's having his oh shit moments down the slope. And now he needs to just realize that, you need to sit down and watch the other ones rise to the top. And they believe on the hill theory, right? Ronaldo is like, fuck that. Fuck the hill. So Ronaldo is like, the Gary Neville school of thought is like they're over the hill. All right? Ronaldo is over the hill. He need to get out of here. Now, another like one of our legends, I feel like on this spectrum, it's the Rio Ferdinands, the Rioists, or the Ferdinandism. I don't know what we should call that. The Rioists. I think Rioists are good. Rioists are pretty much like the Roy Keanes, the Keenists, but they're not really like the Keenists that much. They're like, yo, let's look at the circumstance. He tried to leave. He's really upset. There's got to be a communication breakdown between, the manager. They really emphasize that communication breakdown point so much that like, okay, the point is we got to empathize with Ronaldo and look at it. They'll really like empathize. Ronaldo kind of come back in. We got to look at shit from his perspective. All right. That's the Rioists, right? Then over here, we got, who else did we see? Oh, the Yapstamists. No, the Yappists. What are we going to call it? Big shout out to you. He's like genius. Yo, the Yappists. Whatever. Let's call them the Yappists. No, Yappists doesn't sound good. No, the Stamists. Whatever. The Yapstam school of thoughts, all right? The Yapstam, that's the most balanced opinion I think I've seen, where it's like, okay, yeah, he can come back in. Also, he can go out. It's like really on the fence, but it's also on the sentiment of like understanding Ronaldo's point of view a little bit, because he's a legend. He's got a proven goal record, and they really emphasize. They emphasize the goals and the stats. But it's the most balanced on the spectrum, right? And then the last one is the scholars, Scholesies. Right? These ones are balanced. The Yapstams are balanced. And the Scholesy scholars are like, Ronaldo can come back in. They're more Ronaldo in than out. Even though that are closer to the out, on this side of the spectrum. But they're like, if Ronaldo is down to play Europa League, then he can come back in. If Ronaldo is down to be Rashford's number second, then he can come back in. They're really like on the if. But they're more, all these guys, all these thinkers, all right, they are all more Ronaldo in than out. And the Gary Neville is the outlier. Is the only interesting ones. You foul, Spursy. but like seriously, I'm curious why y'all fall in this, because like there's a real spectrum right here. It's like, if the guy did his punishment, then what? Let's move on. You know what I mean? If Ronaldo, like the Gary Neville people, I have a question for you, okay? If Ronaldo said, hey, I couldn't come in because I had a panic attack. I had a mental breakdown where I was seeing the end of my career. Everybody else has seen this, but I've seen the end of my career flash before me sooner than I thought. Like Messi has announced, right? Messi has announced that, hey, that's going to be my last World Cup. Ronaldo still thinks he's going to play Euro 2024. Ronaldo still thinks he's going to play the World Cup after this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if he had a panic attack? You watch Ted Lasso. What if he had an actual mental breakdown where he's like, I need to run to my car and then cry by myself, or I really need to run to Georgina and cry in my girl's arms, because, like, you know what I'm saying? So everybody's out here, yeah. What if? I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be like on the Rio or anything like that. I'm just trying to be like, what if? It's an actual what if, like a real life possibility where a brother's been having a tough time with the family issues and everything like that. Like, what if, So that's a question for the Gary Neville'ists, that are out here bickering their asses off. Like, I'm just trying to just be like, look at things from different perspectives and be like, also, I'm curious how that conversation went, because Ten Hag has to have apologized to Ronaldo. Do you think he apologized? I feel like he must have said, look, I'm sorry. I must have not been, because Ten Hag gives me like those African uncle or African parent, African father kind of vibes, where he's like, hey, sex before marriage is not good, huh? It's clear, huh? You have a baby, huh? Okay? So A's, you got a good grades before marriage is good, huh? It's clear. Okay. Go get me a beer. Huh? And that's the sex ed that the parent, that's the father's gonna give to the kids. Now, Ronaldo seems to like, you gotta really come to him and be like, yo, you got a crush on someone? Like, let's really like get the, you know what I mean? You can't just be like, yo, you do your, so I feel like this is my speculation. I don't know, but like, I get that vibe that like he's very, 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 very selective and efficient with his words, and also be like, you do your job, huh? It's clear. And that's Ten Hag for you. So anyway, the other thing that has been anyway, whatever, we talked about the fact that he could have had a moment where maybe mentally he needs to just sort of like clear his mind and then come back into the game, and then what if Ronaldo has a good couple of weeks from here on and takes his, because Portugal, that Portuguese squad is actually good. It can reach a semi-final. It's not an unrealistic target to reach the semi-final of the World Cup. Like, they have, Diego Jota in the goals. They have Cancelo, who can turn up and be world class. They have Bernardo Silva, who can unlock a situation that's locked up. That's really a tough defense. They have Bruno Neves, who can boss a midfield on his day. So, we can't override. Portugal is one of those teams that you won't really label as a clear favorite at the beginning until you really see how, or they can have a troublesome group stages, and then from there they just go and surprise everybody and go a lot further. So anyway, but Ronaldo, my point is Ronaldo and Diego Jota, they can all combine and contribute and have a very successful World Cup. And then all these thinkers, I'm curious where the Neville'ists are going to be at after that happens. I'm curious where the Scholesy scholars are going to be at after that happens. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things that just like it crosses my mind anyway. But the fact of the matter is, obviously everybody agrees Ronaldo should not have acted the way that he did, and he's been punished. He's been sent to the reflection corner. And Jadon Sancho, you're next. You deserve the corner. So big up to Erik ten Hag for handling the situation the way he handled it. Like, it's been so professional. I cannot ask for anything more. Like, the way he handled it, like, I believe he should have a third strike, and he cannot come late. He cannot throw a tantrum again. We've seen Ronaldo, people forget that Rangnick had to come for him. There's that footage of Rangnick being like, yo, Ronaldo, he's like pulling his legs, being like, no, why you take me off, So we gotta know that this is the type of player we have, and we gotta accommodate that. Yo, big up to everybody for tuning in. Monday is down the drain. Tuesday is next. What we gonna conquer this week? We gonna conquer this week. Remember, take a shower, drink more water, sleep more, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Spursy, Alteta, thank you for showing up. Every Planet Mo, vibes. I did not see you were in the house. Big up to you too. Yo. Big up. I really appreciate the interaction and the support. Love it. Also, remember, if you are ever in a situation where somebody is not clear with the instructions or the intentions, sometimes you just gotta channel your inner Ronaldo and stand up and walk. They might, you know what I mean? Maybe things might be clearer. Like from now on, are we ever going to? I feel like Ronaldo is always going to have like 30 minutes now after standing up for himself. That's a little lesson to draw from this. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, big up to y'all.